Let me tell you something. Insecurity ruins lives, sets you behind, makes you feel like you're not any good, you're not any better, and honestly speaking, you shouldn't even speak up in a room. But guess what? Just like how my hair is flying the other way around and you're wondering why does her hair look like that, I'm not gonna think about this because me and you are going to talk about insecurity. They say you should go and seek a therapist, you should go and find some help, but they don't consider the fact that it costs money, it costs you to do all that. Don't worry, we've got each other. In this video we're going to be talking about insecurities. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Let's just dive into this video, okay? When it comes to insecurities, it's just something that everybody has. Every single person in this entire earth has something that they're insecure about, or something they were once insecure about, but they have learned to live with or live by and understand that it's something that is part of them and they have to live with it. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, oh my god, I'm so insecure, I don't think I'll overcome this. Yes, you will if you really want to. Now, when it comes to insecurity, you have to go back down on where they started. And honestly speaking, sometimes insecurity has nothing to do with confidence. It's got nothing to do with you not being a confident person. You can be the most confident person, but then you're so insecure about how your nose is. You may be insecure about your hair is. But I will say to you something, that you have to kind of find the source of your insecurity. Why do you think your nose is big? Why do you think your hair is horrible? Why do you think your skin is not good? What do you think it is? Is it the environment? Now let's talk about myself. I was so insecure about my skin color. You know, me being a dark skin girl. There was nothing else I was insecure about apart from me being a dark skin girl. And another thing that came up when I was growing up were my arms, because I've got really masculine arms. So I was always like, oh my god, I'm so insecure about how my arms are. But let me tell you something. The reason as to why I felt insecure about those things was the environment that I was in. The environment that I was surrounded by and the people that I was seeing every single day made me feel less of and made me feel insecure about those kind of things. Now, when it comes to my skin color, the environment where I was, so when I was in my country, Uganda, I was studying in the central of the country, that's the city. And in the city, most of the people there are lighter skin, they're not darker skin. Where I'm from the north, which is quite next to Sudan, so we're quite dark skinned people. So me being a dark skinned girl and everyone else was light skinned and everyone else had these opportunities, people looked at them. It was mainly to do with relationships and guys and all that kind of thing. They all looked at them, they found them beautiful, they found them all this and that. They found dark skinned people as very local, very laid back or very behind with everything. So I felt really insecure about it. But then when I went back to my hometown, like where my dad is from, back to the north where I'm from, I felt like I could fit in. I felt like everybody looked like me, and I never felt insecure about my skin. So this is what I'm saying to you. The environment sometimes that you're in can make you feel insecure about the certain features about your own self. The things that you're watching. What are you consuming? What are you consuming? And let's leave alone consumption. It's also what there is information that is fed to us without us having a choice too. You're watching a TV and you're watching a TV program and an advert comes on and you have no choice sometimes. You can say, I'm going to turn off the TV until the advert is done, then I'll, continue the episode. You kind of go through the advert and then go through whatever you're watching. And sometimes in that advert, you can see a lady running with a Coca-Cola bottle on the street and she's running and then she sits down and she's like, oh, I'm so tired, and then drinks the Coke and then she lies down there. And then instantly, you don't think about the fact that they're advertising that Coca-Cola bottle or that Coca-Cola drink. You think about that lady that you've seen, how nice she looked, how beautiful she looked, and then you're like, oh my god, look at what beauty is. For me to be on TV, to do something like that, I need to look like that. So then you kind of look at yourself and you're like, I'm insecure about my belly, I'm insecure about my bum, I'm insecure about all these kind of things. So the information that we consume sometimes, it does bring up those insecurities. It does make us feel like we're very insecure people. But there are people in this life that when you hear their stories, you hear what they're going through in life, you can definitely understand the reason as to why they're insecure. You can definitely understand why that particular person is insecure. I was listening to a video. Let me get it on because I was listening to this video right before I started. The video is by Matthew Hasley, and he was talking about a story about the lady who was, you know, in a wheelchair, and she was trying to find love, and she was like, everyone who looks at me doesn't look at what a kind of beautiful woman I am, they just look at what kind of burden or care they're going to have for the rest of their lives, or whatever it was. That video made me tear up, but it made me understand that there are some things that we cannot avoid, and they definitely make us feel insecure, but you can't let that thing run your life. You can't let the fact that you have a big nose make you think that you can never be a model, or you can never, you know, be on TV. You can't let the color of your skin make you feel like, you know what, I don't think I fit in, I don't think I'll ever get married, I don't think I'll ever have children just because of the color of the skin. If you start letting that thing that you're very insecure about ruin your life or control your life, then that is where the problem is. Then that has become something that is so much of an issue that you have to look at. So I say number one is that look at the environment that you're in. What kind of environment are you in that is making your insecurity more heightened? You know. Number two, what are you consuming every day? You need to take away the things that you consume by choice and the things that you consume with no choice. You know, it's just there, it's just information that is just given to you with no consumption. If you are scrolling on social media and you're looking at people like Hailey Bieber, you're looking at people like Lori Harvey, maybe you're looking at people like Beyonce, you are definitely going to feel insecure, because let me tell you the truth, you are never going to be like them. You're never ever going to be like them. You have to remember that you are created as one unique being. You know, have you ever heard of a song called The Coat of Many Colors? You know, it's the same coat, that is a coat of many colors. However, the pattern in those coats is never the same. You can never find something that is 100% identical. 100% identical. It's very rare. So if you're thinking that you're going to be like that kind of person and you're feeling so bad about how you were born or how you look, you have to think about it that you were born uniquely in your own way. Your insecurity is your power. That thing that you feel so bad about is that thing that makes you beautiful. Is that thing that makes you stand up. Now think about it. If you took away, let's say, that nose and put a slimmer nose, do you think the proportion of your head would suit that slimmer nose? Unless it's affecting you in different ways, health-wise and all that. That's a different sort of thing. You know, if they took away those ears, and they gave you smaller ones, do you think that would make you look any better or any beautiful? Or you think that that's just how you should look? And why do you think like that? There are things that happen like bullies, of which being a bully is just another human being insecure about something that they rather portray on somebody else apart from themselves, and they create a shield by, you know, putting it on someone else. But something to do with insecurity is just down to what exactly makes you feel this way. What exactly, you know, has made you in that kind of position whereby you feel, you know, you're not secure about something. Everybody else has something that they're not safe with, or they don't feel secure about, but you can't let that run your life. And the other factor that I always talk about insecurity is that sometimes people will say to you that, oh, it's all in your head, you need to get it out of your head. But there are people around you that are a driving force for why you feel insecure. Sometimes it could be your family, sometimes it could be your friends, sometimes it could be the environment in which you're in, which I've already talked about. But there are people sometimes in your life who continuously drive it, who continuously push you to an extent that you start feeling insecure of things that you never ever thought you are insecure about. You never ever thought were a problem. Now you're finding them as a problem. Now you're feeling very insecure about them, and it's just not okay. Let me give you an example. I always felt like my voice or my accent was just weird. It was very local. So that's what I thought about myself. And the reason that's why I thought like this was because when I was in college, so many people would laugh at the way I pronounce words, they would laugh at my accent, and I never thought about that my pronunciation of words or my accent was a problem until they started laughing at it, and I was like, okay, this is a problem. Now this is a new insecurity. This is something I need to pay attention to. I was like, no. This is just something that I need to work on and get better at. If I'm not pronouncing things properly, then I need to practice how to pronounce them properly, not to let that lead me. And till this day, people tell me, oh my God, I like your voice, I like how you say things, I like how you pronounce things, I just like that. And I'm like, oh my God, something that I've been fighting so much to suppress is now something that so many people are liking and so many people love about me, that I feel like is an insecurity. Have you ever been in a situation whereby something that you're very insecure about is something that most people say, oh my God, I love this about you, oh my God, I like that about you, and then you're thinking to yourself, what is it? What exactly are we? So if you're feeling very insecure, exercise gratitude. Just be thankful for the kind of person that you are. Be thankful that you are created the way that you're created, that you be thankful that you can see, you can eat, you can drink, you can walk. The people who are on wheelchairs trying to find love, do you know how hard they feel? Like the people who are different to us, you know, who are born with bones that keep breaking every single minute. They are born like very little, they are born with different kind of things, but they are still trying to desire the same things that you desire, to you know, level up to the same level that you are, you know. So every single time you're feeling that kind of way, just be grateful. Just be grateful that you've got a nose. It may be big in your eyes, but you've got one. Be grateful that you've got even a hairline to start with hair growing on your head. Because to be honest with you, there are people who don't have it. Be grateful to have the skin color that you've got. There are people who have pigmentation with their skin or problems with their skin. They can't be in the sun, they can't be in the cold, they have issues with their own skin, or they are not born with one kind of skin tone, they're born with different kind of skins, colors and stuff like that. Be grateful for that. So every single time you start feeling bad about that kind of thing that you don't like, just start being grateful. Just say, oh my God, I know my teeth are not together, my teeth are separate, but I do have at least teeth. I know my thighs are thick and they are bigger than every average girl, but they are thighs. They do the purpose that they are meant to be doing. So be grateful. Be grateful for every single thing that you've got, because insecurity, when you don't listen to it, when you don't numb it down, is going to override everything else. It's going to override the good that you are. You could be a very good speaker, but because you think that you've got fat legs, the fat legs will override you being a good speaker. So every single time you want to speak, you remember your fat legs. Yeah. Every single time they call you out to go and put something out there because you're good at it, you remember your fat legs. You remember that people are going to be watching your legs. So you focus so much on people who are looking at the thing that you don't like, and then you become angry. Know the triggers. Know what is triggered. Know what is causing the triggers, because honestly speaking, sometimes you become angry at people that have got no business at all with what is going on. You're so angry at someone looking at your nose. You're thinking in your mind that they're saying it's big. Yeah, I don't know why I keep pointing out the nose, but then you're thinking about yourself when you're looking at maybe your bum, maybe you've got a flatter sort of bum, and then you're like, when someone looks at you, all their focus is on the fact that why is it flat, why is it like this, because you've already created an insecurity in your mind. So you just think that everybody else is thinking the same way that you think, but people don't think that way. People are minding their own business. Maybe they're admiring your body. Every single individual in life is looking at another individual and admiring the great thing that they've got. That same person that you think has got something great is looking at somebody else as well and saying that person has got something great. And then that person is looking at another person, that person is looking at another. So it's all a cycle. We're all looking for the next best thing, the next perfect thing, the next good thing, so we can feel better about ourselves. But even the people that we look at as heroes, they are also looking at other people as heroes, and they are heroes of heroes of heroes of heroes. So it's always like that. So every single time you may think to yourself, you'll be like, oh my God, you know, Naomi Campbell, she's very perfect. She's a perfect supermodel. She looks good. She could be having an insecurity that you never thought there is, an insecurity that you find is very beautiful. You know, so every single time you look at that, just remember that you are a wonderful person. You're created in that way. There are some things that have been passed on from generation to generation, you know, things that we can't sometimes avoid, that we have to work so hard to get better at in order to break that cycle. But it's just to remind you that every single time you feel bad about that particular thing, just be grateful for it. Just be grateful that you've got it. Just be grateful that you have one. Just be grateful that you're in a position whereby you can actually, you have hands. There are people who don't have hands, you know. Imagine someone who has no hands and you've got hands, and they're trying to look, let's say, for a job, or maybe trying to find love. The chances of them finding love is very small than you who's got hands, you know. So be grateful for that. that thing. Your hands may not have the perfect nail shape. They may not be the perfect lining. They may not be that perfect little thing that you're looking at. But someone else doesn't have the whole palm. The whole entire palm of their hand. They don't have it. They don't have it. So tell me, where are they going to find that strength to be okay with it? Where? You know? The other one is, you have to stop listening to people that have no business to do with anything in your life. You know, the people that have got no impact at all to do with your life, you need to eliminate them away. If they cause a negative effect on yourself, you need to listen to it. If you're starting to worry about certain things that you shouldn't have been worried about, then you need to ask yourself, what person, what people are making me feel like this? Because you have no business allowing people to make you now doubt yourself, doubt how you speak, doubt your ears, doubt your physical appearance. Because to be fair with you, when it comes to insecurity, it's mainly due to physical appearance than actual inner work, and that is where we go wrong. We're supposed to think about more about who we are on the inside so it can reflect our outside. If on the inside you're constantly battling what's on the outside, then that is what is going to show. That is literally what is going to show. So what I'm trying to say to you is that you need to start eliminating those kind of conversations, those kind of things that are continuously being said that are not adding value to you, that make you feel worse. You need to take yourself out of there, because you'll be like, I never felt this way before. Why am I feeling this way before? What is making me feel this way before? And now, what is making me feel this way now? And then you have to try and take it out. So that is one thing that I can say to you. It's normal. Everybody feels insecure. It's normal. Everybody has something they don't like about themselves. They constantly fight against, you know, the urge of letting that thing consume them and them actually doing what they have to do. And then they try to live by, you try to live with it. You try to understand that it's part of you. You have to learn to mask it and make good use out of it. Because your creation, how you are, is not a mistake. The way you're created, the way you look like, the way you are is not a mistake. The world and the society and the community make it feel like it's a mistake, but if you look inwardly, it's not a mistake. It is not a mistake the way you were created. Don't think that God made a mistake to make that particular physical body of yours the way it is. Don't think he made a mistake, you know, in the way that you're speaking. Don't think, you know, he made a mistake because you are a slow learner and other people are fast learners. Don't think that God made a mistake. No, there is no mistake that was made in your creation, but you can choose to make it feel like it's a mistake. You can make the choice to make it feel like a mistake when it's not, you know, when it's actually not. But anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I hope we had a conversation one-to-one. I didn't go into points, point 1, point 2, point 3. I just wanted to talk to you and we can talk about insecurities. And if you want a video on confidence, please let me know. I'll for sure do that, because honestly, when it comes to anything to do with confidence, it's just a whole different level. But I don't think confidence has nothing to do with insecurity. I think insecurity is just completely different to confidence. They're completely different anyways. But anyway, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching and going through my hair looking like this. It's just going left and right, but I say to myself, I'm feeling a little bit insecure about it, but I'm just gonna let it flow. I was looking this side in my mirror, I was like, is it flying, is it not? But you know what, whether it's going east or west, it is still my hair. I still love it. It didn't work out perfectly in this video, but we move. We survive. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I shall see you in my next video.